Hey everyone. So I'm Nuno and I'm the founder of IsDown. So first, thank you a lot for taking the time to look into this demo. So I'm going to do a quick short demo about IsDown, what we do. But after, if you feel you have any questions and so on, just feel free to ping me or send me a chat request. Okay, cool. So let's start. So basically, IsDown is a vendor monitoring tool that helps companies stay aware if there's any problems with the vendors that they use. Nowadays, every company uses around 50 to 100 softwares within the company, and making sure everything is working is really hard. So each company has their own status page, their way to publish things, and so on. So it's really hard to have a quick overview of all of the third-party systems. So that's why we built IsDown. So after you create an account, you'll have something similar to this with the dashboard. First thing first, you start adding your vendors, and it is easy as adding a monitor, choose what you want to start monitoring. Let's start with Cloudflare, let's say Slack, and Zoom. Cool. So going back to the dashboard, though, okay, we can see that Cloudflare has a minor outage ongoing. Let's see. Okay, cool. So there is network performance in China, there's a billing subscription, and multiple versions. Okay, cool. So one thing, so you get an overview, but one of the things that it's especially important with alerts, it's avoiding the alert fatigue. So, for example, if your companies or your team start getting a lot of alerts, they start ignoring it. It is what it is. So one thing you can do with IsDown is saying, okay, for Cloudflare, I only care about some specific monitor. So we're based in North America, or or you only care about, for example, you only use, let's say, the CDN and the CDN cache purge and the Cloudflare API. So from this moment on, you only going to get outage alerts for the specific things. Also, your dashboard will not show the other alerts, will only show a minor indication that something is going on. In We added this so if you're having problems but your filtering is wrong, you can still see that something is going on. So and this way you avoid alert fatigue by just getting the alerts that are meaningful for you and your team, which is a pretty cool feature. You can do this for most of your vendors. So other things you can do is also, okay, I only want to get only major incidents, not the minor ones and so on. For each of the vendors, you need to understand which are the best options, and it might take some time, but most of the times you know right away and you can set it up very quickly. So after you add your vendors, you can start, okay, where do I want to receive the alerts or the data? So we have 23 currently integrations, and we have email by default, it's already set up. But you can add Slack. You can send Slack messages to a specific Slack, to Microsoft Teams. You can send the data to Datadog or create incidents on PagerDuty, Fire Hydrant, Rootly, Incident IO, Status Hub. You can also update your current status page with data from third parties. And with Zapier you can do almost everything. We also have an API available or through webhooks if you want something more custom. So it's really easy to set up any of these integrations. We have step-by-step instructions. We only send data, for example, for Datadog, we don't retrieve any data from your Datadog account. We only send it. Slack the same thing, so don't worry about us getting access to some kind of data that you have on those tools because we don't have access to that. another way, so for example, this dashboard, and you want to share it with your team or customers, one way you can do that is create a status page for that specific dashboard. So for example, in this way, you can say, okay, cool. So you created a status page for this, so they will have an easy way to for people outside of the IsDown account and don't need to access the IsDown account to have an overview of all your vendors. You can create this. You have a lot of customization options. You have multiple teams. You can even customize the coloring, the page title, and so on. You can, for example, protect the status page. You can have the password protected, so only people with a specific password only have access to that. Whitelist the IP, and even on the higher plans, you can even set up SSO for the status page. You can do some customization of the URL. We already did this. You can add a custom URL, or you can enable subscribers to allow people to subscribe to your status page and receive alerts when something is going on. You can create a widget, which is a small widget that you can put in the footer or so on, and will give like small overview of if everything is fine or not, and if you click it, you'll be redirected to the status page itself. You also have access to stats and history, where you can see some of the stats of the last 28 days or more, and have a quick view of over all of the incidents and outages that your vendors had. Another great part of IsDown is that you can have multiple boards. So, for example, if you have an IT team and the engineering team, most of the times they'll need or they'll worried about different parts of the system. So, for example, for GitHub, the IT team or DevOps team might be worried about the CI/CD aspect of GitHub. The engineering team might be only worried about the PR, the issues, and so on. So, one thing that you can do is create another board and have GitHub as well. And for example, do all the same things, but in this case, you only worried, okay, let's not notifying all of the components. I just want the Git operations, issues, and pull requests. So you create a different board for each of your teams that have specific needs. You can set up alerts, the same thing. This will, for example, for one team, you want the alerts to one specific channel. The other team wants alerts in a different integration or a different Slack channel, for example. And with all of those things, you can create different custom solution for each of your teams. So yeah, that's mostly it. Let me know if you have any questions and so on. Happy to answer all. And thank you for taking the time to watch this demo. See ya. Bye bye.